So I apologize. We tried to go live here just a second ago. Had some minor hiccups, but we're live now, and I am in Charleston, South Carolina. We have made it here, luckily, and we are going live to you guys right now. And I'm dropping brochures here. Okay, there we go. But we are coming live to you right now from our first stop here in Charleston, which is the Charlestown Landing, which is where in 1670 English settlers settled here and founded South Carolina and Charlestown. Charlestown was not known as Charleston as we know today back then. It was known as Charlestown. So I'm going to turn you around so you guys can see a little bit of this place for yourself. We're going to film a couple of short little things here. We've got a lot of places to get to here in Charlestown, and that's what I'm going to refer to it as, this original name. And let's turn you around, and I'll tell you about where I am right now. So I am at Charlestown Landing, right here on the Ashley River in Charleston. This is the first place I've stopped. I literally just pulled into Charleston, South Carolina, and this is my first stop here. Haven't even made it to the hotel yet. But I wanted to see this place real quick, and this is going to be a very quick stop here. But it's important, especially with American Revolutionary War stuff, and I thought it was because this is where South Carolina was founded, and this is that location. This is where English settlers landed here in 1670. There's a lot of Native American history here. There's a lot of history with the English here. I just was able to see some really cool Spanish armor, and man, this place is beautiful. Look at this gorgeous live oak tree. There's so many of these through here, and this is along the Ashley River here in South Carolina. We are right along the coast. We're not far from James Island. We're actually headed there next, I think. Dude, check this out. Oh, wow. This is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm filming a couple of episodes from here, I think. If not, I figured I'll just have you, be able to share this live with you guys rather than to film an episode, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But this is absolutely gorgeous. There's a house through here. Check this out, man. That is awesome. This place just screams history. So right now, if you're just joining the live stream, we're at Charlestown Landing in Charleston, South Carolina. Just got here, and holy bananas, man. This is the Charlestown Landing Park. It is a national park or a state park. It's one of the two. But this is absolutely gorgeous. We're walking through here, and this is where, again, the English settled in 1670 and created South Carolina as a state. And this has a lot of Native American history. And oh my gosh, man, I could just stay here all day. It feels great today too. So don't want to wish hurricanes would come, but man, is it a nice change of temperature for sure. Instead of being 100 million degrees, it is absolutely perfect today. Perfect day to do this stuff and not burning up. So we're still walking through, and holy bananas, man, this is cool. So I wish you guys could actually come here and see this place. It looks like a fairly new place as well. Everything is new. The museum's new. Looks like all the pavement and everything here is new. So it looks like a fairly recent construction, fairly recent park, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So let's turn you back around so you can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, so you don't want the camera on me. This is too gorgeous to miss. All these live oak trees walking through here, and we're in the original spot where South Carolina was founded, and the town of Charleston, or Charlestown, as its rightful name, really, in my opinion, is supposed to be. I don't know why we do that. Why do we dumb stuff down? So Charlestown, or Charleston, used to be called Charlestown. Now we call it Charleston. Why do we do that? Why do we dumb down the names? I mean, was it to slap the crown in the face or what? I don't really know. But this place is beautiful, man. We're going to see some really cool ruins of the original town. From what I've gathered on the brochures here. And this path should take us there. And I want to show it and share it with you guys. Really beautiful live oak trees as you walk through here. We have a marker. What is this? Hurricane Hugo Restoration, San Andrews Rotary Club, Charleston, South Carolina, 1990. So, organization here, I guess, is helping restore this place. And like I said, this is recently new. This looks like a brand new place. Everything here is new. The museum, the visitor center, the pathways, everything looks fairly new. So, and it's a walking trail. You can't drive this, but it's a pretty good walk. But we're going to see the original site right now where South Carolina was founded and Charlestown was founded. This is where the English landed again in 1670. When they landed here, they had Native American tribes here. They would, trade things like beads. There were some artifacts in the museum that was Spanish reals. There were different pottery. They would sometimes trade chinaware, things like that. And unfortunately, you can't drive this, but it's a long walk. And I see our first cannon here. Gotta love cannons, man. Everywhere we go, I look for cannons. That's my favorite thing to see. Don't know why, but I love cannons. Let's check this cannon out. That is an original cannon. I can tell that right now just by looking at it. Let's see what we've got here. So that appears to be an original cannon, and I don't see any markers up. I haven't seen one marker through here, but this is very old brick. That appears to be an original Spanish or English cannon, and yeah, that's definitely original. Yeah, it is. I can look at the muzzle and tell you that now. No markings on this thing, no crown, no nothing. But that is cool. Check that out. Very old brick from something too. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could tell you what this spot was and what we're looking at, other than the original settlement of South Carolina and Charleston. There's no literature here. They give you a map, but there's no information on it. It just tells you kind of where stuff is. So, yeah, that's maybe a bad downfall. And dropped something out of my pocket here. But that's a bad downfall. But this says scenic overlook. I wish they would put something up so you can see stuff here and have some information to read, which is very odd. This is just a scenic overlook, so I'm gonna save time here. I'm not going to, I see the bench right there. So this is, all this is just overlooking this. So you can see what it looks like across the river. And that's another thing, the river, well, what they call rivers here, it looks like marshy grasslands. It's not the rivers I'm used to. And there's another trail. I think I'm gonna get back on the main trail, see if I can't see some signs or something. At least tell me what I'm looking at. Because there's supposed to be some things here. But again, the map they give you, oddly enough, just tells you where things are, but it doesn't give you information. And I haven't seen any historical markers yet, but I may have talked too soon. There's something up here. Let's go check this out. Mill Syrup, what's up, buddy? We are in, again, Charlestown Settlement. This is Charlestown Landing in Charleston, South Carolina. And this is where the original founding of South Carolina took place by the English in 1670. This is the place. And I don't see any literature anywhere, except for a marker I just saw up here. And let's see what it says. I've got other places I want to go, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here because I got a lot of places to see here concerning the American Revolutionary War. This is a place I kind of wanted to see for myself, and it's very cool. Figured, why not bring you guys along with me into life? Because I went for sure about shooting an episode here this time, and I've never been here, didn't know anything about it until I got here, saw it, decided to stop because of what it was. And there's a marker here hidden by grass, but that appears to be the historical marker. 1787 to 1987, National Laborers Association, International Society of Arboriculture jointly recognized this significant tree. So that is a very old tree. That thing's probably was here when this place was founded. We've got a marker right here, only one I've seen so far. So let's see what we have. And I see a palisade up ahead of us. So this is the spot we're looking for here. And let's see what this is. Not really 100% sure, but maybe this will tell us. Hints of stone of slave row. In a clearing before you, although no visible signs remain, a row of 6 slave cabins may have stood. Written records reveal little about the slaves' lives, but all plantations demanded hard field labor. Perhaps this row of small houses offered the comfort of community if the observer didn't interfere. Despite their status, the slaves retained elements of their African culture comprising of distinct customs, language, and religion. Slaves listed in the landowner's will from 1861 include Venus, Pompey, James, John, Sarah, Abraham, and Carolina. So they arrived and began arriving as soon as 1670. And there's some artifacts in that 1836 map that suggests there were slave houses in this area. And you can see them right there. So, pretty interesting. A lot of history here, for sure. And, well, I thought that would tell us a little bit more about this place, but it's kind of minimal. There's 2 pads here. I see a palisade up to our front, way off in the distance. I don't even know if you guys can make that out. I'm seeing it in person. But we have, and for some reason this live drops, I'll try to reinitiate it and get you back up here. The first sign I've seen since I've been on this path, right here, visitor center, gardens, a house, which is right there, restroom. Let's walk this way. It doesn't say what's this way. That's weird. So yeah, this place was established in 1670. This is where the founding of South Carolina took place. And as we just saw by that sign that we were reading about these slave cabins, this place has been settled since. So obviously during the Civil War, there were some things that happened here during the War of 1812, I'm sure, as well. And to American Revolution. I'm sure there were some things that occurred here, but I don't know exactly what occurred here in this location. So I don't want to speculate. But I'm sure, a lot of the men who were in this area had something to do with the creation of the country. But nevertheless, the people that were here found in South Carolina and Charlestown. And I hope you guys don't mind that I'm calling Charlestown, that's its original name. And I can't help but wonder, why do we do that, man? I mean, it eats my nerves, and I've always wondered that. Why did Charlestown become Charleston? Are we just that lazy? Or was there a reason behind it? So, I don't know. If you guys know, maybe you can leave a comment, because I haven't researched it and I don't really know. So, why do we call Charleston now instead of Charlestown, what its original intent was supposed to be? So, this is pretty cool. It's a beautiful place. I just wish they had more markers here. And even the map they give me, well, it was on an app on your phone, and there's nothing more there than a map. It tells you what's where, no information about anything. So, looks like we got some things here. Here we go. Here's another marker. Maybe we're getting warmer here, but this is off the beaten path, man. This is way back here. Maybe because they're recently, I guess, new. There's a couple of markers here. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. So apparently this park was created as far as the Tricentennial Commission, because I'm seeing that everywhere. So yeah, this is just a commemoration of the park. And it doesn't even tell you when the park was put here other than the Tricentennial. So, see, 10 years after original landing here in April of 1670, the town moved to the present location of Charleston, leaving this property in private hands until purchased by the state from its last owners. Huh. Okay, so that is how, I guess, Charleston moved across the water. But this was the original site. And this was in private hands until the Tricentennial. And it is a long way back here. Let me tell you, this is a long walk. Be prepared for a long walk. You guys have been with me for most of it. So, another placard here. This is talking about the landowners. We don't own any land and we don't own any house. God has given to us in trust to make it into something better during our lifetime. This was Fernando Waring upon selling this property to the state. Huh. And this was the house that was here. So she sold this probably in the 1980s. And then, okay. So this is the original settlement site where the English settled here in 1670. This is a palisade. And that's a cool little reproduction. But man, is it a long way back here. So I'm gonna, I guess, take this somewhere. They've got some pavilions here and a reconstructed cottage there. It's like a house, what a house may look like. Then the bare bones of one, some literature there, and a palisade wooden wall. And this is actually pretty neat because this is what it would have probably looked like, and it's a pretty accurate reproduction. Those are made out of telephone poles, but they look closest to what was, probably here. Bark stripped off of them, the tops sharpened to a point, and it's pretty big stockade. Well, let's see what we've got here. Looks like this is concerning some of the archaeology work. Man, I have come back here a long way, and it's starting to get hot out here with the humidity from the grass. Let's see. Ghost structure. Often the details of the past are shrouded in mystery. Archaeologists and historians have to weave together an interpretation based off of limited evidence. In the case of this structure, archaeology reveals size but not appearance. The frame timbers before us marks the outline or ghost of the structure. The seller has raised this building by putting a round corner post directly in the ground, a construction technique known as earth-fast building. The post holes left behind stains the soil, which gives us the evidence that we need to see what was here or if something was here. And you can kind of see a archaeological drawing there. And then this one is talking about the 1680 settlement that was here, and some of the things that's come out of here in archaeology. So gun flints, some pottery, and then this is what one of the houses would have looked like. Very small. You could definitely tell the European, kind of technology that went into this. It looks like something from Europe. So you can definitely tell that evidence here. Pretty neat structure though. Doesn't look too hard to build. Small shed represents the construction techniques that may have been used at early Charlestown. This is not a reconstruction of a specific building. As far as we know, there was never an actual building or garden located on the exact spot. Okay, that just confuses me a little bit. What? Okay. Yeah, that confuses me a little bit. They don't have evidence of anything being here, but the other sign said there was archaeological evidence of stuff like that being built here. They just kind of contradicted themselves. So I don't know what that's about. But this is what you have here. I mean, it's still neat. Still a pretty accurate depiction in my book. But, yeah, it's contradictory to what they said and then what they're saying there. So I don't know. I really don't know. It's kind of weird. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here, and we're going to head up to our next location and go to the next place. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm sweating, sorry about that. But I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna head to some homes, head to some Revolutionary War sites. But I just kind of wanted to bring you here and share this with you. And I've never done one of these live like this. So I figured this would be a good thing to maybe do. Yeah, so I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna head back towards the visitor center and the car. And maybe I'll stay on here with you guys until I do that, answer some questions. Or maybe we'll go on Instagram. Probably do that. So switch over to Instagram. I'm gonna go say hello to all of those people over there. And we're gonna get out of here, or start making our way out of here. So catch me on Instagram for a few minutes and I'll see you there.